This message now for our brother, very dark man. Yeah, this message I want to give you this message out of love. Because there are a lot of things you have been doing in this country and they are highly commendable. But even at that, it doesn't mean that if you are doing something wrong, we will not still say it. You have grown to the point that you have one of the biggest platforms currently in Nigeria as as an activist or as a journalist, because you are also a journalist, because for the point that you post every day, you post up to like maybe 2 or 3 times in a day, you understand, and you talk about political issues and social issues a lot. So you are also a journalist, not just an activist. This particular message is basically because of the protest you did yesterday concerning the children of the FCT, primary school children that have been at home due to strike in the FCT. My message to you is this: do not let politicians to use you to get what they want. When there is a problem, as a journalist, I studied computer science in school. I didn't do journalism, but I understand some level of journalism, some stuff there in journalism. One of the things I know, which any journalist will confirm, is this: when you hear that there's a problem as a journalist, your duty is to interview every party involved. Now, this case of children at home, there are two parties involved: the primary school children and also the minister of the FCT, the FCT itself. You understand? Those are the two parties that are involved. What you were supposed to do is to do your investigation and know the cause of the problem so that you know how to manage the problem. Now, these people, their salary have not been paid according to reports that they are owing them a lot of money in the FCT. From my research, I find out that the Nigeria Senate has approved local government autonomy, and this is part of what is causing this problem. Local government autonomy in the sense that local government are meant to manage the salaries of their workers. Local government have their own workers, they collect allocation, and they are supposed to use that money to manage their workers. These particular teachers that are on strike, they are supposed to be under local government council, not under the minister of the FCT. Now, that's not even the problem. Yes, it's like their father is on top. But you have to look at it from a different perspective. It's just like a governor did not pay salary in the state, and you go and block Aso Rock and say president will not enter inside Aso Rock. That is exactly what you guys were doing in your protest yesterday. Like I said, I'm saying all these things out of love, no hard feelings. But I think you should change the approach you put into some situations sometimes. What you were supposed to do, if I were you, is that I would have written to Wike, even if you feel that Wike is supposed to have done something. First of all, before you take the part of going to block the gate of Wike's office, if I were you, I would have written, make things formal. Write to the minister of the FCT. You have one of the biggest platforms currently in Nigeria. Write to the minister of the FCT. If he's unable to come and address the situation, he can send his spokesman to come and address the situation. You can even have a session with both the spokesman of the FCT minister and the teacher's representative, and you people, so that you can understand this problem very well, and you can also help these people to be able to get their pay. Going to block Wike's gate, I know Wike, for one thing, Wike is not a person you can oppress or force to do what does not want to do. It just be like me, where we say I dey very stubborn. Now so that Wike your day, you know, if you force Wike do what he no want do, you understand? Wike is not responsible for people not being paid. Now, why I'm saying that you should not let politicians to use you, first of all, I know that you are close to Deji. Deji himself is a PDP man to start with. He worked with PDP at some point. He was looking for appointment in PDP. Wike refused to support him. So Deji hates Wike. And you make some statement that I felt that they were wrong for you to make such statement. You said Wike is a wicked man, that Wike has never done anything in FCT since he entered power. My brother, me and you know that these things are lies. You even said that the projects that Wike is doing, all his projects, in fact, most of them, that his project that people have already started, that is not the one that starts most of his project. He has not done anything in FCT. Let me correct you. One of the major problems in FCT is this one chance. If it's only that one that Wike has already is close to solving now, because he has been building many terminals, bus terminals in FCT, it's enough for us to even appreciate Wike. Within 2 years in office, he's already solving problem of one chance in Abuja. And by the grace of God, very soon, we will not be having issue of one chance because we will have enough bus terminals in Abuja. I don't want this video to be too long. I'm not a politician. I don't support any political party. I've never benefited anything from politicians. But I want you to know something. You are in a big position right now. Be careful so that people will not be using you to get their gain. People like Sowore and this guy, Deji, they are happy that you are causing problem in FCT, that you are blocking gates, that you are doing protests every day to discredit what Wike or water than what Wike has been doing in FCT. Don't let them to use you. I will advise you to try to be political neutral. When there's issue, follow due process. Interview every party involved. Sometimes you have to write to agencies or ministries, write to them formally and hear from both sides of this, hear both sides of the story. That is how you are supposed to do your job as a good journalist. So, like I said, everything I said is out of love. I wish you the best, and I wish the FCT the best. Thank you very much.